welcome back to another video. My name is Carla, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and show me some love. And if you're not new here, then welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup routine, so my 10-minute mummy makeup. I'm so sorry about the lighting. There's a huge storm that's due to hit Perth in the next couple of hours, and it's so like grey and dark outside. I don't wear makeup every day, but on days that I do, like if I'm going out or sometimes if I'm filming a video, I will do this makeup. I do this makeup so often that I can do it in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to show you what I do and I hope you enjoy it. So if you want to see how I get glam in 10 minutes for every day, then just keep watching. Devonte is currently asleep, so I've got until he wakes up. So let's go. So my face is washed. I just got out the shower and the first thing I do is my foundation. The foundation I use is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and depending on if I've got fake tan on or not, depends on what colour. So I've got a light colour and I've got a tan colour. So if I've got fake tan on, I'll use 310 sun beige, and if I don't, then light beige. I've got a little bit of fake tan left on my skin, so I'm going to mix the two on the back of my hand, and then I kind of mix it with my finger. My hands are clean, I just wash them, and then I dot it all around. Sorry for the major close-up, but you really couldn't see what was going on. So once I look like this, I use the Morphe M444, which is a dense buffing brush, and I buff it in to my skin to blend it out. So I just buff this in, and the thing with this brush, it does leave streaks behind, but that's okay because I'm going to be going over it with a beauty blender. Oh, another thing, I don't put it on my eyes, which makes me look like a raccoon, but I'm going to be putting concealer. With the leftover on my hand, I just dip the brush straight in and I go all the way down my neck to make sure that my neck and face match. Once it is spread out all over my face, just go over it with the Real Techniques beauty blender. This one's quite old, it's a bit misshapen, but yeah, I just go over just to get rid of any streaks that the brush has caused. Then I do concealer under my eyes and on my eyelids because they're pretty discoloured. I've got lots of veins on my eyelids, so I want to cover those up. So I use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer, and this is in the colour Fair 110. I personally am still loving the bright under eye look. I know not everybody likes it, but I personally love it. I think that it can make your face, like, change the shape of your face. With this concealer, I put it all over like my eyelids and under my eyes, but then I also go down the sides of my nose as like for when I'm contouring. So I go like that. I really like the applicator for this because it's good for making that line. Once the concealer is on, I blend it out with the Beauty Blender sponge. Once the concealer is blended out, I then set it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Once I've finished with the foundation, the concealer and the powder, I do a all over face powder just to set the foundation and also give me a little bit more coverage. So for that, I use the MAC Studio Fix powder, and I use that with the Nude by Nature, it's just a fluffy brush. So I swirl it in, and I don't go where I put the concealer, but I go on my forehead and my cheeks and a bit down my neck as well. Then I go on to bronzer. I always completely do my face makeup, then I move on to like brows, eyes, lips. So for bronzer, I use the MAC MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. And I use that with this Real Techniques blush brush. That's the difference. Because this is the 10-minute, like you're trying to do this makeup fast, I use this brush and this bronzer. I get a little bit like that and I squeeze the brush and I put it into my crease, just like that. Saves me so much time. I love multi-use. I've put the bronzer on my eyelids and now I again just take a little bit, I tap it like on this mirror just to kind of get some of the product off a bit. Then I squeeze the brush into a thin point and I just go and do a tiny little nose contour. I just go up next to that line that we made with the concealer just to give it a bit of colour. I go underneath the nose a bit. I go underneath the nose because I've got a long skinny nose, so I like to shorten it a bit. Once the bronzer is done, then I move on to blush. I love the Bobbi Brown blush in, this one's called Sand Pink. And then I use this is a Kirkland brush from Costco. It's an angled brush. What I do is put a little bit on the brush and like blend that out a bit. And then I put it this way and just pat it. And then you want to kind of blend out those harsh edges. So again, I'll just use this one with the that I used to apply the powder, and I just go on the outside of where I done just to blend it out a bit. I'm using a highlight. Makeup Academy Undress Your Skin Iridescent Gold. This was so cheap and it's fantastic. I use that with the e.l.f. small stipple brush. Pat that like that. And then I lightly just stipple it where on my like upper like eye socket. I don't like too much highlight, but just a little subtle glow is pretty. And then you know me, loving a bit of multi-use. I dip it again, squeeze it flat and put it under my eyebrow. There, just a bit. I can put a little bit in the corners if I want. I don't always do this, but you can. And then with another brush, I use this one. This is the Morphe. This came in a set, so it doesn't have a number, but it's just a tiny little flat brush. It's very, very skinny. I just dip this in so that I can do the bridge of my nose in a tiny little line. And a little bit on the tip. And now for eyebrows. I use a powder because I find it's really quick and easy to apply and blend. This is actually for your hair. This is from Boots in the UK. It's the Batiste Hide Me Root Concealer. So it's one of those powders for your roots. So I use this because it's the same colour as my hair. So it's just like a dark, it's not quite black, but it's dark enough to match my hair colour. So I use that powder. And I use that with a Morphe eyebrow brush. So this is a chickenpox scar, don't mind me. I start about a quarter of the way in and I make a line underneath. I then fill in any bald spots. Then I make the tail. Then I go above and do the shape that I want. I don't like it too crazy, so that's probably it for the outside. And then the inside, I just get whatever's left over on the brush and I just kind of blend it in. So that's about it for the brow. Nothing too crazy. Now that the brows are filled in, I just give them a little brush. Then I move on to my eyes. I will literally just curl them and put mascara. So I use this eyelash curler from, I think this is e.l.f. So next I put on my waterproof mascara, and the one I use is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Waterproof. So this is the difference that the mascara makes. These are my eyelashes all done. So now the last thing I do is my lips. So what I use is the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour colour, and I've used this for years because it literally doesn't come off. So I don't ever have to worry about reapplying. So what I do is I take it out and I scrape all of the colour off of the applicator. This is what the applicator looks like, super thin. So what I do is I make like lip liner with this. So I use it as a lip liner. I'll show you, let me just zoom you in. So I start with the Cupid's bow and I majorly overline because I want to make my lips look a little bit bigger. And then I kind of ombre the outside, so this side I'll pull it all the way in, and the top I just blend it a bit. So I'll show you, like this. So I just do it a lot bigger than my natural lip and it makes them look bigger. Again, there's barely any product on this applicator. I scraped it off on the side of the tube. And then when I do the other side, I do dip it so lightly. So I get like a dot. And then I do the other side. So that's the top lip, and then I move on to the bottom lip and watch the transformation. Again, overline. Look at that. And this, it's now dry. It won't come off. It doesn't come off. You can put any lipstick or lip gloss over the top and it won't come off. The only way it comes off is if I'm in the shower. I've got an exfoliating glove and I put my finger in the exfoliating glove and I have to exfoliate it off. So I really like it because I've got tiny lips and it makes them look so much bigger. So sometimes if I'm in a rush, I will just leave them like this. I probably will leave them like this today. And that is how I do my 10-minute mummy makeup. So my baby is still sleeping. So I got it done during his first nap, which is the goal. He goes down for his first nap and then I have to get ready really quick. So this is my fast makeup and it just makes you look a little bit glam, a little bit done up for the day. So yeah, this is what it looks like. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and comment down below if you'd like to see more. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!